in the land, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Falcons will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense comes onto the field first today. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920, so imagine now.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Can you draw up a better start for any defense? First play of the game, you get a sack, a negative play, exactly what you're looking for. This defense coming out the gates on fire.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. The screen, and watch out. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on up.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Air Force's offense will go to work for the first time today. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Give to the fullback. Let's talk for a second about Air Force. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Falcons look to keep this drive humming. They'll run the option. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Now the toss. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riley. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Gets the back moving. Here comes the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Green. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Offense gets set for second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting long yardage in predictable situations.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to ride this running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of the period will be a second down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is in the air. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Goes to the option. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Now on the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down. Looking for more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. On the option. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Motion from the back. Got the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Wow, gutsy call that time by the offense. They're going option on third and long, and the defense is going to watch the film. They're going to be kicking themselves. Nobody was accounting for the quarterback. That was an easy reading decision for him to go get the first down and keep this drive alive.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Falcons can really attack on this second and short. He'll ride his man on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Falcons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get outside. Turning it on. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Georgia going up tempo. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got him in the flat. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Back and forth, back and forth. I don't care if I give up yards. Nice job by the defense. Now putting them in a negative situation. You gave up some yards. Now you got them in a situation where you know they're going to throw the football right around midfield. It's time to go put some speed on the field and go get the QB.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Kick is in the air. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The option look. Quick toss. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. Breaks away on the left. Rams him with the stiff arm. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you can tell. He made them pay with a big gain down the field.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. On the option. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Falcons trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bust through behind his pad. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got a man. It's Taylor. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here we go. They'll run the option. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get us.
Ball is loose. And the offense will recover, but is not going to make any. Says they're short of the first down marker. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Here comes the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third short, what they like third medium, third long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Falcons will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Wide open. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And that one will give them the lead. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
He'll toss it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Most of the time, the old halftime speech, halftime adjustments seem way overhyped. Whatever changed has flat worked for these guys. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on third down. And as he throws, a strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Dogs have their offense in high gear.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hand.
Touchdown, Dogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Give to the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Goes to the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Now on the option.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Running into the open space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. To the air on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
He'll keep it himself. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
On the third down call, you get on the edge quickly. Get that thing to your running back. Get a fast guy on the edge quickly so he can get out there, get you a first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons! Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. They'll send the back in motion. Barrels ahead. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified. Breaks into the open. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Dog just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Georgia sends out the punt team. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Guys, sometimes they call this hidden yardage, and the punt return man set them up with a 1st and goal.